We're live.
Oh, already.
Oh, here we go. Welcome. Showtime.
On the wrong side.
Is there anyone else watching?
I said I was mixing things up.
Yeah, I know, you're over there.
Now, I'm branching out.
Oh. You've really seeded a good idea.
I did I? I dug that hole and seeded it.
We do not have this much fun at the regular.
That's why they shouldn't buy it.
We're live. Let's go.
All right.
Call to order.
Meeting.
Watch it. Linda's here. Okay, good. And then who else? Hey, Carol. Fine. It's an easy room. It's an easy crowd.
Loud mouth.
All right, welcome. Thanks everyone for joining. Happy New Year.
Yay.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Welcome. All right. Oh my God, we're all here.
Wow, this is crazy.
Crazy. It is a brand new year of physical presence. Howdy. Howdy. Have a seat.
It'll last 1 month.
We do what we can.
Yeah.
We do what we can, folks. It's mostly volunteer organization. So, yeah. Okay. Call to order. All in favor? Yeah, great. Here we are.
Yay.
Fine, thank you. Accepting the minutes from last month.
Yay.
Yay, great. Thank you very much, Linda, for all of
Thank you.
for everything
Thank
you
you.
do. Thank you. Okay, so, city budget for 2025. All right, so I emailed Heather and I told her that we need to carry over, otherwise called encumber, the $5,000 light money, great, that has to go over, as well as, there's two other things. There's the tree planting money, which we did not spend last year.
Mhm.
So that money has to be carried over. I don't have a dollar amount for that, but my guesstimate is around 9 or 10 grand,
Mhm.
okay, for our tree cut from tree money. And then we also have to encumber the leftover grant money from the DEC Harry Howard trees, which I want to say is about $2,000. So I don't have exact numbers, but that money will be carried over. That makes sense? Then that 2 grand is to be used for the, yes,
For what? For the education.
yes,
Okay, good. I was gonna say.
yeah, that's what it's
I
for.
need some incentive
That's what it's there
for the kids,
For the kids, yeah, and for the,
like for the youth department.
And materials.
The materials.
and materials.
Mhm.
So there is a component that, yeah, that's still
Can be
outstanding.
paid for. Okay, that's
Um,
good.
I'll get exact numbers from Heather, but that's where we're at. Fine. So our next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, February 4th. I have, and I apologize for this month, I've just been busy, holidays, sorry, no excuse. But we have 2 groups that want to meet with us, that want to do presentations, and maybe in February. So there's one group that wants to put solar panels on our reservoir, which is a different group. Okay, so there's, I think I might have forwarded that to you.
Yes,
You did.
Rich,
Today.
Rich,
Yes, hello.
it's not just the reservoir, it's
This-
also
Uh,
the lake west of Oakdale Lake.
Oh, so but it's on water.
Pond.
It's on water.
Okay, so these are solar panels on water, right?
Yeah, it's been
That's
done.
what they
Right.
do, yeah.
Okay, so she wants to do a presentation in February, thank you. I believe her name is Lindsay. And the group, I forget off the top of my head, but yes, I forwarded you that email. So there's that group that wants to do a presentation. Also, and I apologize because I got the 2 confused, that there's Troy from the CLC, who I emailed out today, and I'm like, sorry. He also wants to do a presentation regarding the Hecate organization. So
The presentation first. I think he just wanted
answer
to
questions.
be available to have a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, he's not in, part of his email was that he was disappointed in our decision But I don't know if we actually made a real decision, to be honest with you. I think only thing we did was ask for an environmental review and say, yeah, we didn't like, I mean,
We didn't oppose or support it either way.
right, exactly.
Want more information?
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, even the resolution passed didn't say that we went one way or one way or the other.
Correct.
It's just, yeah. Fine. So he also wants to meet, I mean, he maybe, so that's a decision up to you. If you, for scheduling this for next month, should I schedule these two presentations for next month?
What do we have time for both?
I mean,
Yeah, okay. The other hitch of next month is I will be remote, so we can do these presentations and I will be remote. There. Can you handle it? You can live with that one for a moment. Someone else can like go through the list. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, so admin stuff. Okay, so I will schedule those two presentations for next month. And we are currently at a full capacity. We're currently at 7. All of us are here and present. However, full capacity is 9 members. So if there's anyone else who might be interested in being a member of the CAC, the City of Hudson's wonderful Conservation Advisory Council,
I wonder if there's anybody in the room.
I wonder,
Seems like, sure.
so, I mean, you're welcome to just like observe and, you know, make a decision. And I mean, because who knows, after watching us, you might change your mind.
You will be part of that.
Be part of the way.
Exactly. Resistance is futile. So, but anyway, so yeah, anyway, we can accept 2 more members. So we're a body of 9. We're theoretically a body of 9. And currently, we're 7. Okay, so there we go.
Yeah.
Right?
Who the heck is talking?
Who's talking?
Who's
somebody,
talking?
somebody in the background.
Okay, fine. Here we go. Let's keep going. All right. Down the line, Partners for Climate Action Pollinator Grant. Have you heard from them? No, right? Do they say when we will hear one way or another?
It was just January,
Oh, fine.
so
All right, so we'll see.
you'll not say. I'm thinking people are coming back from vacation.
So we're thinking February.
Yeah.
From the point of view of our meeting schedule, yes.
Exactly.
TBD. Tree ordinance. Nothing. So the last time we spoke, it was, we don't even know where to go.
I thought you had like a thought,
To ask Rob Perry, well, because,
and also to ask historic preservation.
oh, historic preservation, that's right, I forgot about that. We can ask them if they'd be interested
To weigh in on the,
to weigh in on being a tree board.
To be the tree board.
We have Carol Estering on the line. Carol? Is Carol there?
Yes. I'm here. What did you?
So we've
What
had
did
an idea that, are you still on the Hudson Preservation Commission? Yes.
Never was, except for
Never
a very
was.
brief period of time.
Okay, fair enough then. Okay, never mind. Ixnay. So backspace. So we will ask the HPC if they're interested in doing that. Fine. And then maybe Rob Perry. So we have to find some, if we're going to pass a tree ordinance, there's be some way to enforce it. So we have no way of enforcing it right now. Speaking of which, you're going to say something?
well, just as I understand, the enforcement mechanism is written into the document.
Right.
So we just need people
We would
to,
need
to
people.
be that body.
Right.
Okay.
So yes, in theory, yes. But, yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, speaking of which, another email that I sent to all of you, just as like an FYI, was the trees on Allen Street to be cut down.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Oh.
So it's outside of us. It's outside of the jurisdiction. There's 2 beautiful trees on Allen Street that the subcontractor for National Grid has told the people on the property that they're going to cut these trees down, right? they're like, they don't know what to do. They emailed everyone, including myself, and so, Margaret Morris, the council member for the first ward, looked into it. They want to put electric car charging stations by the, county courthouse, because all the county buildings supposedly now have to have charging stations. And in order to do that, they have to run wires through blah, 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 and like chop down.
They need additional capacity at the courthouse.
Right.
And this is the way that they have chosen to do so, is to extend an additional line. And in order to do that, their planners say that the trees are in the way.
Right.
They can expand their little pea brains though and think of an alternative.
Well, that's what one might think. And I was introduced to this afternoon by one of the residents on Allen Street. And I told him we had no specific role in that regard. That the tree law that we have been kicking around for some time now has no mention of this particular situation. Now, it could, but the intersection between the laws that deal with the right of way for utilities is really the fundamental issue here. To what extent does the city or any of its bodies have when they say, well, this is what we need. We need to go through this path. We need to cut down a given tree, et cetera. So it might benefit from Margaret, finding out a little bit more about what possibilities are. I don't know if she's exhausted her information gathering resources.
I mean, she has spoken to the people who are in charge of, putting the car stations in the county, at the county level.
Right.
But I also, from what I understand, is that they have a court order from, to chop the trees down. So I don't know, I don't know where it's gonna go.
Maybe we can offer an incentive of some for creative thinking and preventing deforestation and doing things like this. If they think creatively and come up with a solution, it would be, a good example for other places that are faced with similar
Now,
situations.
technically speaking, there's the reason they would have to go down Allen Street is that they have two somethings, a transformer on one side, let's say, and the place where it's going to be terminated at the courthouse on the other side. I mean, this is, I'm sure, the shortest distance between 2 points. So the question is whether they could go, through an alley or some such thing to accomplish the same result, but with potentially considerable additional cost to get it done. So this may also involve some other entities like the Board of Supervisors in terms of extra money that might be spent in order to accomplish the goal of putting these electric vehicle service equipment in that particular place. The question then is who would have the decision about where this goes at National Grid, that they have given instructions to the subcontractor to say, do it this way.
Well, it is on the email that I forwarded. So on the email I forwarded, it does have the list of people who were involved in this whole process.
Right.
All right. And so Randall, I mean, that was Margaret's email that I sent out to everyone here. So Randall Martin is now the new first ward supervisor. So he would be the person on the Board of Supervisors.
Right.
This is now his responsibility, I guess.
Okay, well, thank you.
There you
Now
go.
I'm-
He's informed and is taking action?
Yes, Margaret talked to him.
Awesome.
All right,
Margaret told
well,
him.
Hullabaloo.
that's what
I mean, that's the most we could do.
That's what I had in mind, and I'm
Yeah.
comforted.
Fine. I mean,
Great.
it's the most we could do because it's at the county level and
Right.
Randall is the new supervisor, so it's his.
It's his voice.
Review.
Right, very good. There we go. Community choice aggregation. Josh, you're on.
So, I think at the last meeting I mentioned I found my way to Rock Perry with RFP draft that we had developed. And I just got back to him after he had responded saying we need to do a public notice in the newspaper, Register Star, it's a local paper, for at least 30 days. He gave me some drafts. So I drafted a public notice based on what has gone out from Hudson in recent years. And then also updated the RFP language to include a couple of dates, suggesting that depending on Rob's response, if we can get it posted by the end of next week, then leave it up in 6 weeks so that potential administrators would have 6 weeks to submit a proposal, which seems adequate to me, and then go from there.
Right.
I haven't heard back from him yet. I just sent it today.
So may I assume that you're sending the RFP to particular ones that you've already identified, not just putting it in the newspaper?
Right, exactly. We would do that in addition. The requirement is to put it in the newspaper, and then we would send it directly to the.
Right.
And the Public Service Commission has 5 administrators that are authorized administrators on their website.
Right.
And then in addition, there's the Mid-Hudson Energy Transition folks, which is the only nonprofit on that list. Although Sustainable Westchester is also on that list as a nonprofit. But the Mid-Hudson folks are based in Kingston. They weren't on the list, but I know that they are working with the city of Kingston on the CCA program. So I'd send it to them too and see if they're collaborating with one of those who are on the list or trying to operate.
Great. And I'm sure you know this already, but we need to be part of a larger group.
Right. So negotiate with another community or multiple
Yeah,
communities.
to join an existing club, essentially.
Yeah. Or if one is forming because there's multiple interests.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good.
Great. And I think that as opposed to public notice, go through Tracy Delaney, who would post that, and I imagine that she would take the posting fee out of our budget somehow.
I was good. Yeah, I asked Rob what the next step there was, because he's listed as the contact person, because it's through PW. But Tracy is.
Well, Tracy Delaney would probably post the actual notice in the Register Star.
Okay. So she'd do that for all
city clerk
departments.
You can ask her. Let's see. If not, I'll post it.
I'm just finding the loop is a little frustrating.
Welcome to.
So
You're a trailblazer.
Yeah.
No one seems to know next steps. Ever since Michael Hoffman left.
I mean, CC Justin Weaver too. He might. I mean, Justin would know how to put a public notice into him. So, all right. Next, anti-idling laws. It's you.
Yes. So we and I drafted, updated the version we had. I sent it to the. Who did I send it to?
The group.
I sent it to the group of feedback.
And then Nathan had some
They
good
had some
thoughts.
feedback, and Andrew had some comments as well, in terms of just like education around it. I also sent it to the police commissioner for feedback as well, and parking enforcement.
Okay.
Just for feedback before the holiday. I haven't heard back yet.
Okay, fine.
So I was curious
See what they say.
if they had any additional comments that we could add.
Right. Like
Before we send it to the legal committee.
Great. Okay, good. So moving along. Great. Tree grants, the DEC tree grants. So I sent all the reports out. So thank you for that reminder. So that went out, and I'll get the number from Heather so you can complete the tree tags and with the department. Great. And so that's moving along. And then hopefully there'll be another similar tree grant. But I'm going to skip down to the other tree grant that we saw, the other DEC grant, which just came through, which there's a meeting on Thursday.
Yeah, 10. So I signed up.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah. So it seems like a major grant.
Yeah.
And also look on the email, because that's where Scott is our grant writers. So they'll help us write the grant. So if you go to the meeting and figure out, what we have, the tree inventory as well that Hillary did. So I can get that to you.
Okay.
It's on our website too. It's on the CIC website.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Just go to the website.
I downloaded it into our folder too.
Yeah, I know it's somewhere.
I know you tagged it for us too. You'd actually,
Oh, that. Oh,
I think you
no,
indexed for
nothing.
us,
Yes,
yeah.
That's right. That big document.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that would be great. That would be a nice chunk of change for a great canopy grant. So I don't know if we qualify, but you can't, I don't know. Like I said, we have the grant writer, so hopefully they'll help us write it.
That's great.
The cemetery
Let's-
could
I think we
always
should
use
go.
some fresh trees.
Hmm?
The cemetery could use some new trees.
I know, one just fell.
Yeah, they're all gonna come down.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places that could use more trees. Okay, great. So that's where we're at with that. So thank you very much for going to me. And let us know if you email us back, like what you need or what we need
I
to
will.
do. Great. And then we'll move forward with that. Light bulb exchange.
yes, Kamal approved the request. The check is requested to be cut. It should go out the end of this month.
Good.
So the initial order will be sent. It's a little complicated in terms of storage. It doesn't sound as if what Rob has is appropriate or accessible to us long-term. So he suggested a closet here, which could be an option. I think my best option and most manageable for us is just to ship it to my house and I'll put it in my work shed. And at least for now. And then if we find a better place to put them later on, we can. And my next task for next month will be coming up with some sort of plan regarding advertising that it's a program we're doing and talking about where we actually end up. I'll propose some places we can do distributions.
That'd be great.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. And there's, I mean, I guess we could use part of that grant money as well for publicity and promotion.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get hold of our tag, our login for the Instagram at least, so we
Instagram.
can start putting stuff up there about things we're doing.
Vanessa.
I thought it was Heather had it, not Heather, who is it we've been, who was it who helped us with the tree RFP? The tree RFP?
Brittany? No.
Who used to be on the committee?
Hillary.
Hillary, H name.
No, no. Instagram is Vanessa.
Okay, gotcha.
Vanessa Bear.
B-A-R-E?
Yes, BAER.
Yeah.
But
I'll follow up with you.
you could just like message our CAC Instagram account.
Okay.
And if you just send her stuff, then she'll post it.
So the side note, I wonder if the bike co-op would be a good place to have like a little trade-in
Yes,
spot. Like
That'd be-
if I'm there for 2 months out of the summer.
Oh, awesome. We have a little subcommittee meeting, maybe we can sidebar that.
Yeah.
And sign up on the farmer's market website
Mhm.
to get a table there. Now,
Yeah, if anybody has any other ideas about good distribution places, please let me know. I know I'm just gonna reach out to the library, for example.
Why-
the library's a good
Wednesdays.
place. Yeah. Library's a good place.
Mhm.
Greater Hudson.
Yeah, bring
Greater
it.
Hudson. Yeah, the Greater Hudson does that street fair also a couple of times with the farmer's market. We just set up a table outside of Bliss too. You know, but yeah.
Easy peasy.
So are you doing, I'm sorry, are you doing all the light bulbs at once or just a sample?
No, this is, I think it's around $1,800 of
Okay,
it,
great.
because it's 300 bulbs, so let's see how it goes. That's
Little by little.
start.
My wife runs flyering with the library events, and she has a list of all the places that can get a flyer.
Fantastic.
Which I can get for her.
Thank you, Nathan.
Yeah,
I mean, that almost deserves a fame.
Synergy.
It happened.
Okay, so what else? Next steps? We need to, you're on it.
I'm on it and we'll follow up next week with more details, yeah.
Great, great, perfect, wonderful.
Yeah.
The EV car grants, like I said, we got $87,000 for more electric car chargers. Yes, the rest, yay. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna
Let's
put,
take out a tree.
knock down 10 trees. Oh, yeah, good times. No, so we're gonna put, similar to what we have right now behind City Hall, we're gonna put that 6 ports down by the Amtrak station. We're gonna do a level 3 charger here behind City Hall. And then we hopefully, if we have enough money, we can replace one of the chargers behind City Hall because that needs to be replaced.
Mhm.
Anyway, What I'm also doing is procedurally within the city, no one really knows how to handle these, so it doesn't really go into any one department. So there's Heather that pays the maintenance bill, and that DPW sort of maintains it, but I have to figure out a procedure citywide that no one really wants to deal with. You know, parking enforcement, so I gotta sort that out too. Anyway, all right, so that's that. The resolution was passed, the mayor, I signed up on the contract, and I sent that over to NYSERDA. Of course, it's the wrong, I needed another piece of paper signed as well, so that's why that's in admin.
How does this work, Rich? I just have a question, just, like, does it end up that the city owns the charger, or is there like a
Yes,
private company that
it's both.
administers it, or like, how does it even, like, I'm just curious.
There's a maintenance fee that we pay yearly.
Yeah.
That basically, because it has to connect to like Wi-Fi or cellular or something like that, right? So, and they do have like service, like if it's not working, there's a service number to
Yeah.
call, right? So we pay, it's about $600 a year per port,
Mhm.
per station. So it's like $1,800 a year, right? And we're charging people now $1.75. So an hour to charge. I have to figure out, and I'll come back here, because we have to raise that rate to help, because what happens is that now these ports after 5 years go out of warranty, which I learned. So if they don't work now, I mean, right now, there's one of the two that are non-functioning, right? Fine. Usually they just reboot them and they work, but now we have one. So now I have to figure out, okay, we need to raise the fee because every 5 years or 6 years or whatever, we might need to buy a new one.
Yeah.
So we got to work that into the maintenance plan as well. I mean, I think net, I mean, yeah, it makes money, but I need to get a hold of Heather and get all the numbers out of her.
Right.
But yeah, correct. And then the level 3 charge is a whole other ball of wax, because then we need to figure out the cost per kilowatt hour and how are we going to charge people for that, because it gives a lot more kilowatt hour per,
Yeah, and in order to make it worthwhile, we need to have signage that promotes its existence. I think, in addition to it appearing on the search engines that we use when we're looking for one.
Yeah, we could make, I mean, hopefully there's money left over then in the budget. We could create some signs that say EV charging station, whatever. Yeah. Oh, people do find them. People find them.
Well, I mean, because of the tools that we
Right.
use when we're on the road to
Right.
where's the nearest charging station, and the existence of a level 3 charger in downtown Hudson will be, it's a big deal for some people.
It's the only
Some of
one,
our
it'd be the
visitors.
only one in the county.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, there we go. Next. Pollinator Garden for cemetery entrance. I saw this on the agenda. Is there anything for us to do on this? I can take it off the agenda, right?
Take it off.
Take it off.
I walked by the other day, looks.
It's fine, I haven't done, SHIT to it.
Okay, good. Kids in the-
Winner.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
We're adults in the room. Here we go.
Oh,
I removed a piece of trash.
woo, thank you so much for
Really
putting
not
some
too
time
long.
into it. I appreciate your help.
Arbor Day.
I just updated Hillary's spreadsheet, and that's the one that we'll be working off of. I think that we have talked, we need to like get more.
We're gonna meet, we have the RFP for 2024. It's all ready and Crystal signed off on it, so it's done. If we want to fold in the additional plantings by the spring, we need to move urgently to identify those locations. At the moment, there aren't actually that many new requests that we haven't already considered and taken yes or no. So it may not be wise to try and do them all in the spring. It may be wise to try and do, okay, great. And then in terms of posting RFP, it sounds like I'll have to follow the same process that you discovered.
Trailblazed.
Yes,
Yeah.
which I appreciate. As you were talking about it, I was like, oh, good. No, I know.
I'm happy to chat.
Yeah,
I'll give you
and,
some examples.
and then similarly, I think what we'll do is reach out to our people who we would prefer to provide us with a quote and help them do it themselves, because it's a little bureaucratic, and I think most places are interested in going through that process, so we'll help facilitate it.
Great,
Mhm.
great. Thank you, thank you. That's great. Arbor Day, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's it doesn't have, we were doing it in the fall, but it could happen whenever.
Mhm. Or we try to do a spring planning first. Anyway,
Yeah, spring planning of the existing buildings,
Okay,
yeah.
up to you.
Which now, after that Harry Howard debacle, where everything died, well, not everything, but where all the service areas specifically died, should we? Same thing. Oh, my God.
We prefer June.
Okay. Anyways, those all died, so it would be really smart for us to take very good, like, to, and I don't know.
And that's
We
why
have to make sure that they're gonna
the
take care of
dates right now are set for like April 15th to plan, so that's
Mhm.
not so far into the heat season.
Yeah,
It's a much more reasonable
But
time, yeah.
May, wasn't May insane last year?
It
was
was,
winter?
but I think they planted them in like July, didn't they, or something? It was Harry Howard.
Should know
I
this.
thought it was before that.
I thought it was hot.
It was like 90 degrees.
Yeah, Harry Howard was, yeah, maybe
And I
July.
thought it was, okay.
Was it last July? Oh, maybe it was.
It was
later
earlier.
than we wanted.
Yeah.
For timing reasons, I don't remember the
Yeah.
details, but for some reason, this happened, and it was not ideal, but I don't remember why.
Anywho, yeah, we'll aim for mid to late April.
We'll set up our meeting.
Right,
Yours.
right. I mean, we'll put out the RFP whenever
Yeah.
we can.
I'll do it this week, yeah,
Great.
or next week.
And do you,
I think it was.
Yeah, it was like an RFP.
Oh.
problem.
That's what,
It was like we didn't get the responses in time to actually award the
so
contract.
that's what postponed it.
Yeah.
Ah, wow.
Which is why I'm like, let's just do it now.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have to do it now.
Yeah.
It takes
Forever.
yeah, but start soon. But do we have enough places or we need
We
more
have like
places?
8 or 9.
No, we
places.
do. We have as many as we've slated for. We have, I think, one extra.
Yeah, one extra
Yeah.
for, I don't remember.
But we'll get that
And
identified.
that's what, that's last year's budget and this year's budget?
No, it's
No,
just last
just
year.
last year.
Oh, okay, fine. So we
Yeah.
have, so you haven't, okay, so, right,
We don't have any additional locations up for the new budget.
gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay, now I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Got it. Fair enough. All right, well. So do we need to find them or we're just gonna,
Yes, and we just need to let it be known that people can post
so,
some additional requests now. Instagram.
Yeah.
Website. Bulk distribution synergy. Mhm.
mhm.
Request your street tree.
The
Great.
Hudson Hub
Mhm.
Maybe it should be a
Oh, the
subset.
Hudson Hub app. There you go.
notification.
Yeah,
Spark.
Make use of it.
There was a Spark Hudson newsletter also.
the Hudson, yeah, that would work. I still have this on the agenda, the SUNY ESF LOI.
Yeah, we have, the LOI is passed, but the grant proposal was put in, but I haven't heard any
Okay.
feedback.
Okay, so this, Hecate Solar Farm. So we have Troy that's gonna come in February from CLC, and we're gonna just leave it at that. I mean, there's the other people too who are still emailing me, I think.
Mhm.
Well, but I think they made their case.
They made their case.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything more that we're able to or want to do at this point.
Okay, fine.
I think it wouldn't, perhaps we can make case for not going down the road of deforestation. Just stand, I mean, even though I understand the specific needs of the city, of the water, whatever, impact on the water, and that's not specific to Hudson, but I think it would be nice if we took a stand against deforestation, because the bigger picture is, that's what it would be, and I think it's bad. And it would be nice perhaps we,
But as the advisory council to Hudson, what is that statement that we have
Right.
to make? It's not our land. I don't know.
I mean, but
really,
we
is
should
it?
have an opinion. I think if we put out an opinion there that it's a bad idea to be doing this. I mean, not that solar is bad, solar is, I think, very good, but there are plenty of, say, abandoned strip malls and everything all around this whole area that they could. maybe
Yeah, I mean, in
do.
general, as a stance, I hear what you're saying, that we ought to make use of degraded surface area first, if possible. But there's so many other factors in terms of that particular series of properties that have been composed for the Hecate project.
Yeah.
You know, don't have any of the degraded lands that we're thinking of available.
Right.
That
I
would fit into
agree
their
with you.
perspective, and I don't see where our opinion in that regard is gonna make any difference, other than say, well, in general, please minimize your forest cutting.
I just thought it would be a nice thing to do because where we're headed, I think politically and whatever, it would be nice to take a stand against deforestation.
Well, is our remit to advise the council though, right?
Yeah.
Is the council able to make a statement about another county?
Well, another town here.
And would they want to? Yeah.
I mean, look,
I doubt it, but.
well, no, I mean, we made a statement about the war in Gaza.
Okay.
I mean,
Gotcha. So yes.
it made it, you know, everything changed after. So that was a 3-hour meeting after, so, you know, I mean, we can make the council can make a statement on anything.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that a token. Get you on the subway.
Mhm.
You're showing your age.
That and the Metro card get you on the subway. All right, next. Okay, so the DEC Canterbury grant, great. So we have the floating solar project people coming next week too, next month too. So maybe that's an option. Who knows? But yeah, we don't own that land. It's not even in us. Who knows? City of Hudson comprehensive plan. That was last month's presentation. I have sent, I think I CC'd everyone. I sent Michelle over whatever I could find from the Climate Smart Communities documentation that could potentially be rolled into the comprehensive plan.
And then
There's a lot.
yeah, and the consultants they're working with have been going through that material that you sent.
Okay, good.
Oh, good.
They're trying
Good.
to think through how to integrate that.
So have you been attending the planning meetings?
Good.
Oh, wonderful.
Good.
And we just had the third community visioning, was right after our meeting, I think, that.
I mean, let us know, let me know like which items they actually do incorporate, because then we can go back to Climate Smart and get points for those action items, which then turns into like more grant money going forward.
Nice.
Right. So, all right, that's all we got right now, folks. I'm ahead of time.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Anything from our audience?
I was curious about the floating solar panels. Are they, is this like a newish technology or do you have?
I have no idea. She's
Well,
coming next month.
Yes,
I have no
yes
idea.
and no. There've been installations in other parts of the world. First time I saw them was probably 5 years ago.
Do they have any monitoring reports of what the ecological impacts of them?
Well, we'll find out. Here's somebody who's going to make a proposal for us to support, and this particular installation would be proposed with such things. I mean, you're cutting back on the available sunlight in that body of water. But the positive aspect that I've seen written about is the reduced evaporation that would normally affect, especially in warmer parts of the world, that reservoir, which you're hoping will supply the needs of a community for, the whole year. And if you cut down on the evaporation, it lasts longer. So,
But I thought there was a site other than the reservoir.
yes, what they call Underhill Pond, how when you're going up Sixth Street and you see two bodies of water, the lower of the two is Under the Hill, so Under Hill Pond.
So we'll see next month. She'll make a presentation.
Don't know anything about it yet.
She had approached us, right?
She approached, yeah, myself, Tom, and Kamal, and, yeah. So,
Does Hudson have a tree restitution, like, process? I don't,
like, what do you mean?
so typically, when I used to work for New York City Parks, and, I wasn't with the street tree group, but anytime a tree had to come down, even if it was in a natural area, they had to assess the value of the tree.
And the owner had to replant, right? Yeah.
Yeah, or, yeah, if it's like $100,000 of one tree, then you plant $100,000 of trees, you know, or something like that. So then at least you're trying to capture the ecological value.
Huh. It's an interesting idea.
That was often with the developers, right? People doing new construction.
It was from the city government. I mean, New York City Parks would do it on their natural areas, like their forever wild areas and things like that, or, I'm not exactly sure how the street tree program did it, but.
I worked with a developer, and that was what, they would come to them and say, if you want to take the tree down, you've got to give us this much cash.
Yeah.
And we're trying to pass a tree ordinance. We're
That
trying.
could be part of it, yeah.
I mean, we put it out there, I guess, like several months ago, and it got a lot of pushback. So we'd be lucky to pass something, on public land. So the private lands wouldn't, there's no way, but anyway. Anything else? Questions, comments? Fun facts? No.
Where are you gonna be next month during the meeting?
Oh, no
More
comment. No comments.
What? You're gonna have more fun
I'm gonna try. I'm
than being here?
more fun, believe it or not. I know. It's not impossible. No, I have work still.
That's
Anyone else?
hard to
Anyone else out there?
Makes me jealous.
Comments?
He's making it.
No? Motion to
Okay.
adjourn?
So moved.
So moved.
Aye,
Yay.
yay,
Aye. Thank you all very much. Thanks for
Thank
playing.
you.
please.
Wayne.